showing that.
All right, we're about to take you to school, networking.
Oh my
school
goodness.
here.
Stacy's going to take us to school.
Aaron Muffalato here this morning, and I'm Larry Ahrens, and we welcome you back. Master networker and faculty member at UNM Anderson School of Management, Stacy Sacco, right here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Delighted to be here.
Good to see you, Stacy.
Great. You know, I've been talking a lot about events.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? Let's talk about tools and techniques and tips and how do you really go in and take advantage of that opportunity?
This is below the beginner level networking. This is a deeper look.
Deeper look.
Okay.
Yes, deeper dive.
And how the pros do it.
How the pros do it. You know, of course, there's all that front end stuff you need to do. Think about who do you want to meet, and then which groups do they go to, and then go to those groups. Duh.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody does.
Right.
But I would tell you that there's some other things, and one of those is definitely go early and stay late. I see more people that at the end of a meeting, they run out. And I get more business done those last the 30 minutes after the meeting.
The golden half hour, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then I generally research an organization before I go, and I look at their board members, because then I got a sense of, okay, what's their mission, and then what's their board members. So when I'm walking through their room, I'll spot people and say, hey, how you doing? And
Gee, if there was only a way that you could look up on maybe like a computer to find out more stuff about a company.
I wonder.
Just kidding. It's amazing how many people don't do that, and it's easy.
In fact, I heard somebody's creating an app where it'll do a face recognition and then have your biography.
Wow.
Sort of like the mayor's wife, I think they used to call that, where you'd come in and you wouldn't know who you're talking to, and your wife. If you're would say, oh, and you know who that is? That's Larry Ahrens.
Yeah.
That's Aaron
That's
Muffalato.
That's a really cool idea.
So one of the other things I do is when I arrive, I look at the registration list or the roster and see who's already arrived, who's coming. Many of the events, they'll have all the name tags out, so I'll just go look at them all and say, well, who's coming? Who's coming that I want to meet up with? And then generally, I'm not bashful. We're not bashful.
No.
We can go talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But it's really much more interesting if you'll go to the president who you researched and say, hi, let's say you're the president.
Yeah.
And say, Larry, great to meet you. Interested in learning more about the group. Gosh, wanted to meet Aaron Muffalato. Haven't met her yet.
Oh, well, let me introduce you.
And then you bring me over, and then she's like, who's this guy coming over with the president?
Yeah.
He must be somebody important.
Yeah. And Aaron's impressed.
She's impressed, and
everybody wins.
And then you better have your elevator speech. And,
there you go.
All of a sudden, she's going to say, why do you want to meet me? You better be ready.
Yeah, you have to be ready.
But then there's a thing I teach in my sales class. It's called the spin sales method. And I don't like scripting things, but the P in spin is pain questions or problem questions, or I would add in passion because I'm a positive guy. But, it's really about what are the person's needs, what's happening with them. So you might ask, hey, how's it going? And they say, well, we're trying to launch a new product, having some issues with knowing where we should market it, et cetera. So then that turns into another conversation where I might say, gosh, well, I've done that with someone else, or we've worked on that, or I know someone who has.
Right.
Let me refer you or get you some information.
Yeah.
So I'm helping them solve their problem. So I'm more important than just this high and scripting something. So
I like that.
Yeah.
then I generally try to follow up based on that conversation with something, either an article or a list or a name of somebody that they need to meet. And I try to do that within 24 hours. And then I track my results. I actually
Look at this.
I actually have a report. I don't know if you can show that.
Anybody get a shot of that? It's a whole spreadsheet thing.
But basically, I'm tracking what events did I go to, how much time, did I make any sale, or it starts with, did I meet a qualified contact? Did I talk about the problem and the pain and find a solution? And then did I sell something? And then that's based against my hours and how much time I was there, and then the cost of the event.
So basically to see if networking pays off.
Exactly, exactly. See, again, everybody thinks sort of networking is this sort of, run around talking to people and, sort of social butterfly. Oh, no, this just, time is money.
Yeah,
it is.
And you better think about that.
Yeah.
And then I always make notes on the back of my card. I generally don't do that in front of you and go, oh, yeah, Larry, what's your...
Hey, what's your birthday?
No, don't do that. But I did create a little form that I can stick on the back of cards, but it's pretty much the same information. It's, what event did I meet them at? Because you know what's going to happen. A couple weeks later, you've got this card, and you're looking at it going, why did I save this card?
Why did I
Who was
have Jim's
this
card
person?
here?
Yeah.
Or somebody says, hey, I really think we can work together. Let's have lunch. Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
give me a call.
Right.
So rather than sticking it in your purse and forgetting about it, lunch.
Absolutely.
Recall your memory.
And
on
we're-
that.
Make sure you do that.
Just a little more time. I love this idea too. Post some pictures from the event on Facebook or.
Well, because of social media,
Yeah.
and that has become this whole other way to connect. In fact, I know a lot of people, especially some of my students, are connecting that way and not socially shaking hands. I think it's important that you tie all that together. So make sure you link with them on LinkedIn, and follow up.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Good
check
advice.
Stacy's website. You see it right
And
there.
that
Big job board on there too. It's the best. Stacy, good to see you, man.
Great to see you
Thank
guys. See
Nice
you
to
at the
meet
next
you.
networking event.
You got it.
All right.
All right, Startup ABQ. We'll talk about that next on the Morning Brew.